We're putting our wins for the week in the comments. So keep those coming. And we are cheering you guys on for your win for the week. Well, welcome. I'm Jessica Harvey. I'm going to introduce you guys, give you guys some announcements and some exciting things that are happening this week. So, but first, give yourself a big high five. Check yourself out in the mirror, or not in the mirror, in the Zoom, and literally go like this and give yourself a high five for being here. If you guys have not been reading the book High Five Habit by Mel Robbins, you can listen to Audible book, or you can read it, the actual thing. I just listened to it in the car while I'm driving or whatever, but it talks about the power of the high five. So seriously, the next time you walk by a mirror, you guys need to be like high five and tell yourself all the good stuff you're doing. So right now, even though you're on mute, go ahead and tell yourself all the good things that you're doing or think about them and give yourself a high five. Ready? Go. One more high five. Awesome. So power of the high five is great. All right. Just a reminder, we are doing this March Madness. We're doing back to basics. The last 4 months of the seminar year. Last week we talked about booking. Today we're going to be talking about selling, and we're just going to be each week going back to the basics and teaching you guys about all of the great things that are going on. So a couple of reminders about that. Reminder to reach out to your director to schedule your training with your director. I know you guys get 50 points when you are on live watching the training with us, and then you get 50 points by reaching out to your director and doing a coaching call. So make sure you are reaching out to your director to schedule those, because that is for you guys to reach out to us and schedule those. So we're excited about that. Also, another announcement that our starter kits are on sale. I know Gianna talked about that last month. So this is the month to be sharing, always sharing, passing it on, talking about this dream and passing it on to others in Mary Kay. So make sure to take advantage of those starter kit deals and passing it on and thinking about who might enjoy this opportunity this week, or this month and this year and always. And then let's hear it for our power achievers. How many of you, let's move those pom-poms or shake your hands up and down if you have earned your power achiever prize. Jana has it if someone wants to pin Jana. She's holding it up. I forgot to grab mine today, but it's a beautiful towel set, the hand towel and the full towel set. I love that it's wrapped with a pink bow. Oh my gosh, so cute. Pink satin bow. Love it. So if you have not earned that, who is going to earn that this month? Let's see those hands waving in the air and pom-poms. Thank you, Jana. Looks great. I love that. Woohoo. I love prizes that we can, use, and we're like, using the towels and everything. So I love that. So make sure to definitely achieve that. We also have the Star Consultant Quarter is finishing up on March 15th. So just in 5 days. So you can get some amazing prizes with your Mary Kay business, with your Star, as you finish up Star. In the comments, I would love to see and hear what your favorite Star prizes are. I've had so many amazing Star prizes. I have a chair that sits on my front deck, and it's the greatest thing. And I love to sit in it when it's a nice sunny day like today. So let's see what those Star prizes are that you guys love. So that Star Quarter ends on the 15th. So who is already a star? Let's see those hands in the air. Woohoo! I see many of you. Awesome. Very exciting for being a star. And you can keep moving up. You still have 5 days to move on up to that star level. So great job with that. Okay, so I think that is all of our announcements. We have Star coming out, Power Achiever, reaching out to your director and passing it on to anyone that needs some extra Mary Kay, which everyone could always use some extra Mary Kay in their life, right? All right. Let me know if I missed any announcements there. Next, we're going to yoga mat. I see some good prizes that people are loving in there. Next, we're going to hear about our top 10 ladies in points this week. You guys are just killing it in top 10. I love to see all these points coming across. I love to see everything that's going on. So I'm going to give you top 10, and then we're going to hear from our top 3. And directors, let me know if I missed any announcements on there. Let me see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I got to get my top 10 ready to go. Okay. Top 10, number 10. Let's see those. If you have a pom-pom, it's always a good drum roll. Okay. Number 10 from the Linda Sigel unit, we have Stephanie King. She is our number 10. Woohoo. Nice job, Stephanie. Number 9 in the Janice Strunk area, we have Tony Kelly. Nice job, number 9. Number 8 in the Donna Scott unit, we have Lisa Shrink. Nice job, Lisa. Woohoo! All right, next up is in the Allison Carter unit, we have Barbara Bell. Woohoo! Nice job. And next up, in the Susan Haste unit, we have Shannon, I messed up these names. Shannon S. Woohoo! Number 4, what am I on? Number 5 in the Jessica Harvey unit, we have Gina Hubler. Nice job, Gina. I knew you'd get up in the top. Woohoo! All right, and number 4 in the Linda Sigel unit, we have Jenny Elkins. Woohoo! All right, and now our top 3. Number 3 from the Nicole Vaughn unit, we have Gentry M. Woohoo! So I saw Gentry come on here. So Gentry, I'm going to have you unmute, and I want you to tell us how you were able to get 2,977 points this week. I saw you had some group appointments, you had some facials. So go ahead and unmute and tell us what you did.
Well, I have been holding 15-minute messenger parties. And then I had one facial last week. But overall, it's just those messenger parties, which are super fast and super effective. And I do them while watching a movie with my family of an evening. So it's been fun.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you have to tell us more details about these messenger parties. I'm sure everyone wants to know, right? So give us a quick little thing about what you do and what you say and how it works and a little bit about that.
Okay, so basically, I'm taking like a 5 and 5, which is where I like talk about 5 products in 5 minutes. I recorded 5 short 1 minute or less videos to send through Messenger. And last week I had one hostess that I was able to meet new people, but then I also booked just my own current customers. I've moved a lot in my business, and so I have customers all over the country, and I'm not able to meet with them one-on-one really, or let them be in my space as much as I used to. So I had several just join me for a quick messenger party, and I post the videos and then a few little snippets, and I keep it like not a lot of detail, not a lot of fluff. Just here are my favorite products. Here's why I think you would love them, and a little extra special for shopping, and then a booking extra special. And it's been really effective and really fun.
Oh my gosh, how amazing. It sounds perfect if you just need a short time spot, right? Just quick 15-minute times in there. That's perfect. And I like how you said that you've moved around the country, so you can't, be around everybody. So if anyone is new to a place where they're at, or if they're just looking for some new ways to be in front of people, great idea. Right? That's amazing. Okay, we're definitely going to be doing some more training on these, Jana says. So, yay, that's perfect. Okay, so yeah, you were able to get your 2,977 points came then from most of your group appointments. Is that right? Most of your group appointments and everything. Awesome. So you did double facials, you had some bookings, and then you were ordering and selling. So, nice job. Thank you for sharing those with us. Woohoo! Nice job. Let's give her a woohoo. And we can't wait to hear what you are doing on the next couple weeks. I'm sure you're just going to be cranking up to top 2, and number 1. So thank you, Gentry, for sharing. Awesome. And number 2 from the Susan Haste unit, we have Jennifer V. Woohoo! Is Jennifer here?
Hey, everybody. Here, let me turn my video on. Hey, everybody. How are you?
Let's see. Can I have a director help pin her? Let's see. We hear you, but we don't see you.
Oh, can you hear me? That's okay. I like looking at Gentry. So you keep
her
there face
you go.
up there.
Okay. Well, go ahead while we're getting our technology stuff. There we go. Go ahead and tell us what you did, Jennifer. Jennifer had $4,101 points this week. So, Jennifer, go ahead and tell us what you did.
So one of my big things this week was a mommy and me get together where we had mothers of young teenagers and we had a big mommy and me event in which they could come and bring their daughters. And we featured most of the mothers, obviously, were a lot younger than me because my daughters are grown. So we featured the Time Wise Form one for the mothers and then the Clear Proof system for the daughters. And we did the CC and mascara and lip gloss for the young ladies and lipstick for the moms, and had a great time at that. It lasted a couple of hours. We had over 12 participants. That's huge. It was huge. And it was a great time. Then I also work another full-time job, so I am keeping consistent. I am working my business every day. I call Mondays my studio day, the day I'm in here. I also every Monday do a texting party. And so, but other than that, it's all paperwork and getting things together. And then I do facials. And so either virtual pajama party facials at night or in-person facials. And that's what I do.
Oh my gosh, I love that, Jennifer. Woohoo! Let's give it up for Jennifer. I love the idea of the mommy and me party and the themes. Anybody out there a theme girl? I'm a theme girl, so I'm
Me too.
snagging
I
those
love
right
it.
away. Like, ooh, that spoke to me. So I do love the themes. I love that. And 12, you had 12 people on and consistency. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And thank you, Janet. She told me like you got over $1,000 in sales this week with that.
Yes,
Woo!
I'm
Love
working
it.
now. I'm working now on building my team. So I'm not the best at that yet, but I'm getting there. So
Yeah, you're getting there. That's the best way to do it. And you're in the right place. You're learning about it and you're learning all that, you're in the right place, getting all the training from it. But
yeah.
gosh, nice job. And your consistency, I heard that. You're having your Mondays be your follow-up and you're kind of like checking with people. So that's the best thing you can do in your business is staying consistent, keeping the bookings going. And I'm sure from those 12 bookings, you have people that you can share the career opportunity with. And then you also have 12 people that you can follow up with and book more sessions. So
Yeah.
nice
I'm
job.
already booked through April. So
Woo! She's booked through April. Oh, that's amazing. All right, let's give it up for Jennifer again.
thank
Woohoo!
you.
Awesome. I also forgot to say that Gentry had $919 in retail sales, and then Jennifer had $1,021 in sales. So that's amazing. And then for our number one this week in the Judy Roman unit, Becky Osborne. Woohoo! All right, Becky had 5,422 points. So, Becky, go ahead and unmute and let's hear from you.
I'm muted. I want to hear about the texting parties. So anyway, I have some big goals, kind of like the other two, and I've seen 24 faces this month. My goal is 30 faces this month, so I have some big goals. I've been booking, just working full circle, booking, going out finding new leads. We did a bridal party, a bridal show, booking them, meeting with them, facialing them. Had parties, so that was good. So I had group appointments this week. That was 2,000 points in group appointments. So that was better than the last week when they were all facials. And then just getting new bookings and well, I got some career shares, but they're coming up this week. So yeah, so just trying. I've got some big goals and I'm working towards them.
Yeah, so most of your points this week came from new leads, right? Being at the bridal show and following up with people, and you still had amazing sales, $764 in sales. So that looks, that's awesome. So yeah, most of your points came from your new leads and your referrals, right?
No,
referrals.
Most of my points came from group appointments.
Group appointments. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you have 2,000 points from group appointments.
Yeah, I forgot to add some of the leads, but I'll do them next week. But yeah, so yeah.
Yes. Woohoo! I love that.
Full circle.
And as you guys heard, Becky was our queen last week. We're in the top. So she is staying consistent, working her business, being in front of those faces, booking, selling, coaching, sharing. And that's how you get to the top. So nice job, Becky. Woohoo! Awesome. Well, great job. I'm excited to hear about all the, it's just so fun to hear all these different ideas and hear how everyone is working their business and staying consistent. So great job to our our top ladies there and our top 10. So you guys can hear how you can get a few more points in those areas and kind of bump you up to those different levels. So, and be thinking about where your goals are too. Maybe this week you guys can identify where your strength was, and then where your goal area is and what your next step is, because that'll help you go each week even further. So if you needed more points for booking, you know how to do that from last week. If you need some more selling ideas, we're going to learn that today. So lots of great things. Okay. All right. Well, I'm excited to introduce our speaker tonight. So you guys are going to get to hear from Nicole Vaughn. I'm excited to hear from her also. Did you guys know that she has actually been a star consultant for 108 quarters? Woo! That is amazing. So that means she has 108 prizes, or she could have got gift cards too and racked them up. But that is amazing. 108 star quarters. She's also done the Queen's Court of Sales 10 times, which is why we're having her train on sales. So I want you guys to give a huge pom-pom and a huge hands up in the air virtual welcome to Nicole Vaughn, and take it away.
Hi, ladies. Oh my gosh, good evening. Can everybody hear me okay? So, okay, sometimes I think my speaker on my computer isn't always very good, so I will make sure to try to talk a little louder, make sure that you're hearing me. But I'm excited to talk about selling, and I think all of our girls, I mean, $900, $1,000 weeks, that's huge. That is huge as a working consultant. And then if you're taking that 60-40 split, I mean, most of you have all profited 400, 500, 600 or more. I mean, girls, ladies, that's huge. Like, who could not get excited about an extra 400 in profit to put in their family account for the week? You just made my heart pitter pat. So I'm so proud of you, because we have all heard the saying, you know, nothing happens till somebody sells something, right? And we have to sell something. So we're going to kind of piggyback on a little bit in regards to like booking that we covered last week, because it all comes down to, are you seeing faces and are you sharing the product? Because you have to start your business somewhere. So if you're brand new, get yourself in your director's hip pocket, do your perfect start, do your power start, plug in, do those 4 Ps, do everything you can to learn, because you want to be out and about seeing those faces. And it doesn't matter how you see them, right? It doesn't matter. We talked about whether it's a facial, if it's a party, like around the kitchen table, maybe it's, you know, product on the back of the hand at Starbucks. Maybe you're doing borrow my bag. If you're doing the 15-minute messenger parties, if you're doing Zoom facials, like there's so many ways now. For those of us who are a little more on the mature side of life, we grew up with facials and parties in person. That's all we had. And now it's like the sky's the limit. I mean, the ocean of Mary Kay really opened up for us post-COVID. So many ways to share the product, but let's talk about selling the product when we are there. So we want to share it, but then we need to sell it. So, and you guys know we're number one, right? Everybody realizes Mary Kay's number one. Like, we have the highest standards like across the industry, with over what, 1,300 or 1,600 patents. I should have like fact checked that. It's a lot. It's like thousands. I mean, I remember Jan Thetford, who's a retired national. She always used to say, oh my gosh, like, we don't have to keep up with the Joneses. We are the Joneses, right? Like, people want to keep up with Mary Kay. Like, we are number one direct selling globally skincare and color cosmetics. So just know, like, when you are out and about representing yourself in the product, you have that in your back pocket. I mean, that is some street cred right there. Amen. So we love that we have the number one product. Now, when we want to talk about increasing our sales, because everybody wants to make money, right? Is there anybody on here who's like, oh gosh, girl, no, I'm good. Like, I don't need any extra cash. Like, I don't have any bills to pay. Anybody? No? Okay. That's what I thought, right? If you're like, oh, I probably have at least a bill, maybe 2, maybe 5, that you could take off your family's table and like let your Mary Kay pink money pay for that. How could that be a blessing to you or your family, right? So we, you know, managing your money will have to be another topic someday, but today we're going to talk about getting those sales up. So the first place I want to start with is you. Are you your own best customer? Are you using the product head to toe? Are you buying fragrance somewhere else? Are you buying body care somewhere else? Now, if you are, there's no judgment here. When I was 20 and I started my business, I used to wear Red Door by Elizabeth Arden. And I used this blue Almay eyeliner, and I loved it because it had a little smudger on the end of the applicator so I could smudge my liner. And I thought it was so pretty till I get to my parties. And then somebody's like, oh my gosh, I love your eyes. How'd you do that? I'm like, well, I just like smudged it with my finger. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm such a liar. Like, you can't do that. You want to have some credibility. You want to be your own best customer. If you have a favorite fragrance, wear it when you go on a date with your husband or your boyfriend or your significant other, whoever, right? Wear it when you're not out doing business. When you're doing business, though, you need to be your own best customer. You really need to be wearing the products head to toe. You need to be showing up to the pool this summer with that Mary Kay beach towel and your after sun and your sunscreen. Because I can promise you, I have a lady, she's a friend, kind of, sort of. Our boys have done baseball and they're growing up together, but she's an executive with another Arbonne cosmetic company. And she has the car, she's got the hat, she's got the purse, she's got all, I mean, she's got the cups. I mean, you have no question not knowing what she does. So do people know what you do? Do they know what you do? Do they know you're selling Mary Kay? Even if it's just part-time, just spare time, even if you're doing one thing a week, do they know that you're in business? And are you talking about it? Can they tell? So I'm just going to encourage you, the next time you're ready, this week or whenever you're ready to put in your next order, go take stock in your bathroom. Go through your inventory, see what you're running low on, see what you haven't tried. Are you on a booster? Have you tried retinol? Is there, the new brow kit? Is there something you're not using? Because I can promise you, if you're not using it, then you're probably not talking about it because you don't have a testimony for it, right? I mean, some things you maybe won't ever use or can't use for whatever reason. So then use somebody else's testimony, right? Use somebody else. Feel like, oh my gosh, my director has this type of skin and she uses this and she loves it, right? I mean, I can refer to HDK all day long because she's super oily. And I don't know what she's going to do now that the Time Wise bar soap's going away. But I mean, she loves the bar soap. So I always tell my oily people, like, oh my gosh, my girlfriend has really oily skin. This is what she recommends, right? So we love those testimonies. But I'm going to encourage you to maybe every month you just start on one new supplement. Try something new. Try a new lipstick. Be your own best customer. Be a walking billboard for yourself, right? We get it at 50% off. Remember, it's half price. So you had better not be going to Ulta or Sephora or anywhere else. You should be wearing Mary Kay. Can I get an amen? Amen. Are we all on? We're all like, okay, great.
Amen.
Amen. There we go. We got to preach up here. Okay. The other thing is too, if you have customers who are loving their product, like I have some that are loving the new Wrinkle Limiter, love it. Some are loving the new Great Heights mascara. If you have customers who really love certain products, then say, hey, could you do me a favor? Could you put a shout out? When they give you a shout out on social media and be like, oh my gosh. I mean, my one customer has sold 3 of our little No Tox creams to her friends because she loves it so much. And so people are like, oh, I'm Amy's friend. She told me about it. Oh, okay, great. So happy to meet you. She is, and she doesn't want to sign up. I know I have tried for years to have her join my team, but I will take free referrals all day long because she loves our product so much. So if you have friends, good customers who have those personal testimonies, have them share that. Have them make a post. Give them, $5 off their next order. Do something, because then that, right, gives you a little boost, a little confidence, a little street cred out there too. Okay, let me see. Selling. I know sometimes consultants, especially when you're new, people are really concerned about, oh, I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to feel like people always think, they have to buy something from me. And I can promise you, if you genuinely are like, I don't want to be pushy, you're not going to be. You won't. You will not be pushy. But I also don't want you to be complacent either. I don't want you to settle and not at least offer. Okay. So when you are doing your parties, well, actually, let's talk about selling too, because we are sold every day on stuff, right? I mean, just think social media. You open up your Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all the things, right? TV, radio, everybody's selling something. You're always hearing about something. Or like when you try, like your girlfriend, you know, maybe went to a new Mexican restaurant over the weekend and she's like, oh my gosh, we had the best margarita and the best guacamole and you've got to go, you've got to try it. And she just sold you on that. You know what I mean? Like she didn't need to. It was subtle, but it was effective because now you trust her because it was a known friend. But you know, we're getting sold on stuff all the time. So I don't want, especially new consultants, because I know sometimes that can hold you back, that whole pushy thing. But just remember, it's a casual conversation. Like that friend who sold you on the Mexican guacamole and the margarita, it was just a casual conversation. She didn't mean anything by it, but it was effective. So it's kind of like that subtle sell, right? It's effective, it's casual, there's no pressure, but it's impactful. So remember, that's kind of what we do, that you are subtle selling when you are wearing your product head to toe, when you are your own walking billboard. I can trust you as directors. We are not in our suits and our diamonds and all glitzy and glam every day. I mean, right? We're at the ballpark, basketball games, dance lessons. We're moms just like everybody else. And I'm in my jeans and my sneakers, but I can have my face on, right? I don't have to be like dripping in diamonds, but you can still look cute, you know, a checkup from the neck up. We want to go out. So if you meet somebody, like this morning, I was at an appointment with my father at the hospital. And so we were having to wait for some blood work and labs and all kinds of things to come back. So the nurse and I got to talking, and I told her I'd been an ER nurse in the past. And so she happens to live literally probably 2 miles from my parents' house in the Northland. I'm like, well, girl, I said, I come up there all the time. And so anyway, I warm chatted this girl. So that's totally off topic. But I felt cute enough, even though I was literally in a t-shirt and joggers and my sneakers, but I had my face on. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I got to meet this girl. This is good. So you want to look cute enough that you wouldn't be embarrassed to like pass out your card. Okay. Subtle selling, yeah, head to toe. Somebody compliments you, you want to be able to say, oh my gosh, thank you, right? Have you guys ever had compliments when you're out and about and somebody recognizes your lipstick or your pretty eyeshadow or whatever? Maybe you have the, like, I love the It's Just Beautiful or whatever that fragrance is called, like, and it's just limited edition again. I'm gonna have to stock up, but I love to wear that. And people compliment me all the time. And so that's a great way to be like, oh my gosh, like, oh, it's our new fragrance with Mary Kay. It's blah, 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 blah. You know, have you ever heard of us? Do you have a consultant who takes care of you? Oh my gosh, I'd love to get you a sample, right? You want to be a walking billboard. Okay, so get yourself some new stuff. Now let's talk about selling at appointments. So it is a little different if you're doing virtual, because then you will have to like text and you'll have to phone time and you'll have to call and do the follow-up, right? But it's still, you're still going to do it. Follow-up, you know, we always hear fortune is in the follow-up, right? So you have to call. If you're doing virtual, even Gentry, and I've been doing the messenger parties, the little pop-ups too, you do have to connect with people via messenger. So, you know, whether you're on Zoom or you're on Messenger, however you're chatting, you just have to do the follow-ups, send them the collection sheet and do those closes that way, okay? But if you are in person, whether it's, you know, over their kitchen table or you're out for coffee or however you're doing it, the important thing is you have to close the appointment, okay? There is not anybody who comes to a party that doesn't know they're going to have the opportunity to buy what that person is showing, right? It doesn't matter if it's baskets, candles, whatever. I don't even know. Is there even a candle party anymore? I don't know. Cabbie, I do cabbie, right? Like I love cabbie closing. Anytime you go to a party, you know there's a chance to buy something. Do you have to? No. But you know that opportunity is going to come and she's going to ask you, is there anything you'd like to go home with today? Right? It's just common knowledge. So we have, I mean, we hear so many stories growing up in Mary Kay too of people who are like, all right, well, thank you for coming. And they like, I can't remember who it was. And some of you guys may remember a national talking and like, she just like literally packed everything up and left the house. She didn't give out catalogs. She didn't like, you know, like try to sell them anything. She was so nervous and so scared, just like she got her faces done. And after she was done, she just like packed up her bag. And like one of the ladies like came outside and chased her down at the car and was like, hey, could like we buy something tonight? And she's like, oh, like you want like stuff tonight? And she's like, oh, sure. And so she turned around and went back in. Like, that's not what you want to do, right? You want to ask them in the private consultation, would you like something? So let's talk about that. Because if you're doing just a one-on-one facial, you will have that opportunity then to sit with her, right? You're going through all the, products and so forth. So it's easy because you're literally one-on-one. So to ask her, show her your deals and steals. Are you using some kind of a collection sheet, right? There are so many out there. So it depends on if you're doing a hydrofacial or if you're doing mommy and me or whatever kind of party, your collection sheet may be, per that party. And between all of us directors, we probably have every collection sheet you would ever want. So if you're like, I really don't have a good one that I like, just ask one of us. Ask your director. I mean, I would say I would share mine, but I have so many. I have one for my skin cycling. I have one for hydro session. I have one for my 5 and 5. So everything's different. And I always put mine in just sheet protectors. I used to laminate, but then products changed and then prices changed. And now they're changing again. I mean, things are happening. So yeah, I just do sheet protectors. And then they're all in here. So whatever party I'm doing, then I just reach in, pull that one out, put it on front, and then I'm good to go. Until one lady, probably last fall, she pulled them all out. I can't believe she did that. She like got every handout. She took them all out. And I'm like, oh, nobody's ever done that to me. I felt very awkward, but it's all good. The sheet I was showing her really was the best deal. But I thought, oh my gosh, that was pretty brazen. Anyway, as I digress, have a great sheet. But that's your time for great customer service. That's when you have that time to sit there and ask, well, what did you like or learn? Do you have any questions? Like, what do you want to go home with tonight? Sometimes what our pocketbook says and what our needs are don't always match up, right? Sometimes there's a little difference between our beauty needs and our budget. When I am closing in a group setting and there's lots of people around, I will always try to get them away from the kitchen table or wherever we are. I want to do like a one-on-one consultation somewhere else. Because they've been paying you for an hour. They've been listening to this party, doing all the spiel. And now it's time for them to, have their glass of wine or their coffee and cookies and to talk and be girls and ladies and chit chat. And so I'll just tell them, hey, we're going to check out one-on-one over in the other room, or I'll meet you in the dining room or wherever. And if I see like somebody needs to go and she's like looking at her watch, I'll be like, hey, I know you need to get out the door first. Why don't I start with you? That way you can scoot and get on your way. Or if her husband's blown up her phone 10 times and why is she not home yet, blah, 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 then just start with her, right? We just pull her and we do that. We start the consultation. But I always tell them too, I said, I'll check you out in the other room. Sometimes we don't want to discuss, blemishes and budgets in front of our girlfriends. And they get that, right? They can talk, they can be loud. And then I get that one-on-one to sit down with them. What did you like or learn tonight? Did you have fun? Do you have any questions? Because sometimes women will have questions that they won't ask in front of other people, even if they are their good girlfriends, or sometimes maybe they're coworkers and they're friends, but not really great friends. So sometimes I think it's nice to have those conversations away from the table. Then you can, she may say, hey, I'm really breaking out, or I've got some age spots, or I've got blah, blah, blah. Then you can help her. And that gives you that chance to really shine as the beauty advisor for her and customize a package. Give her your best deals and steals. This is where this sets us apart, ladies, is that we provide a service, right? We're not just selling makeup. We're just not selling lipstick and skincare. We provide a service to them. We are their new beauty consultant. We are going to get to know her pets and her kids and her husband and all their stuff. And I mean, I have customers, and I'm sure Donna and Jana and other people too. I mean, I have customers that have been with me for 20 years. And I can guarantee you the Tupperware lady and the Pampered Chef lady do not have people calling them. Oh, did you just see my lights flash? That's creepy. Just gonna say, that's kind of weird. They don't have people calling them 20 years later, right? I mean, I have like one bacon keeper and it's guaranteed for life. I don't ever need another bacon keeper. I don't know. This is why we have a consumable product. And this is why you want to make that great first impression. I never go into a party or a situation thinking, I'm going to make $1,000 tonight. It's always, Lord, let them like me and let us have fun. Just let them like me and let us have fun. The product's number one. It's going to sell itself. You go in, you treat that hostess like a queen, you laugh. everybody has so much stuff going on in their lives. Your job at that is to make them feel beautiful inside and out, right? And that's all they want to know. They want somebody who's honest and genuine, who can sit down with them at the kitchen table, go over the collection sheet, find her best deal and steal, and just say, hey, you know, what do you want to go home with tonight? If money weren't an issue, what are you thinking? And be like, does your pocketbook agree? And then they laugh and they giggle and be like, okay, so if your pocketbook doesn't agree, what do you want to start with? And then let me show you how you can get the rest of it for free or at a discount. And then you have that opportunity to book her for that second appointment, preferably with friends. Then she can be a hostess, and then she can get all whatever program you're offering. So that's, again, selling and connecting and giving that service, because that's what people want, and they will come back to you. If you go in feeling pushy and with dollar signs in your eyes, you may have a great party, but I can probably guarantee they're never going to call you back. They're not going to be calling you back in 2-3 months. They're going to be, that lady was crazy. I was happy to get out of that house, right? You don't want to be the scary Mary Kay lady. We don't want to do that. We do not. So you want to connect. You want to have fun. Obviously, go to your appointments with Mary Kay perfume on and your Mary Kay glamour on, because they will notice if you don't. Yeah. Okay. Let me look. I'm totally like going crazy on my stuff. Okay. Reorder business. Anybody? I guess you can ask me questions at the end, but really, at the appointments, if they're in person, is having that one-on-one time, finding the best deals and steals, using some collection sheet that speaks to you, romancing. Girls, that's the other thing I'll talk about real fast. Romancing the product. I was taught early by my girlfriend who recruited me, Kelly Scott White, like romancing the product. She would like hold the product, she'd talk about the product, and she would be like, oh my gosh, Donna, this is going to be your cleanser. And when you wash your face with this, oh my gosh, it's going to feel amazing. Oh, and Gentry, the microdermabrasion, when you use microderm, your face, your makeup is going to feel so flawless. You are going to love this. When you use it, it's in your bag tonight, right? Everything had personalization. Always romancing, talking about it. Say, oh, this is going to be yours. And oh, when you get this, like, oh, in the hydro session, like, this is yours. Like, right? It just gives them some ownership to that. It's huge. And make sure too, like, you have your roll-up. Always close with your roll-up. I mean, that's what all these collection sheets are, like roll-up bag collection sheets. So, you know, we romance the roll-up bag. We hold it up. We show how it like twirls around. I don't know why we think that's so fun, but it does. We talk about how the pockets, you know, Velcro off and that they can rip off the pocket and go. We talk about how they're zipped at the top and nothing ever spills out, that they're clear. And you can, like, when I travel, I can find my tweezers and see all my things. Like, this is how we can sell, right? So you're talking about ownership. You're selling the sizzle. And, you know, if you are just really good, like I loved how she talked about like the mommy and me. Start with something. Start with your 5 and 5 or your messenger party. Start with a mommy and me. Start with a hydrofacial. Start with one that you really are passionate about. Get to know those products, get to know those things, and then you can grow from there. If color, if you're like, whoa, I think a lot of times I remember me back in the day, I was very nervous about color. So if that's you, you don't have to do color parties right away, right? Start with skincare. That is the bread and butter of our business. We want skincare customers for life. We all have that customer who's going to order. I have a lady who orders like 3 eyeliners a year. Whatever. Is she my A customer? No. But does she get her eyeliners every year? Yes, she does. So, but start with one thing. Don't get yourself overwhelmed. Okay, reorder business real quick. Gosh, isn't there nothing better than when you get that call or a text and ding, and your phone rings, or you get in your email and it says, you've got a new website order. You're like, yes. So exciting, right? Again, a consumable product. This is why we are so blessed. Even if you're just doing one thing a week and you're meeting, I don't know, 3 or 4 faces a week, well, at the end of the month, you probably sell 12 to 15 faces. What if you do that every month? One thing a week for the year. And you're meeting like 15 faces a month? That don't make me do the math on when that is times 12. It's a lot. We're talking almost 200 customers, right? So how great that could be. Like, could you get excited about seeing 200 faces in a year? And what if even just like a quarter of them started on skincare, which we know that would be a lot. More would. That would be 25, 50, a quarter of them. That would be 50 new skincare customers. That is your bread and butter, my friends. That is customers for life. So having inventory, I will say, is important because you want to give great customer service back. When somebody calls and reorders, it's still nice when you can be like, oh yeah, I've got it in my shelf. I'll drop it off today when I run up to get the kids from school. Awesome. Like, we want to be like Pink Prime. We want to be like Jimmy John's, Freaky Fats. We want to give the best service. Of course, if you've moved around and you're just building your business and inventory and you're moving and I've moved, and CDS is nice. It does cost, but sometimes it's quicker and faster for them just to ship it than it is for me to get the bubble bags and wrap it and print off the label and take it to the post office. And right, time is money, and so is my effort. So you can keep that as an option. Do know, like with CDS, make sure you include your 2 free samples. Always include samples. And I will say too, when you get an order in, try to respond like quickly. If not, at least within 24 hours. If you see an email come through or a text come through or a messenger. The thing is, people kind of message us through, I have messenger, email, the shopping app. I mean, they'll text me, they'll call. I'm like, so many different ways for them to order. So just try not to miss the boat, because I just found an order that was 3 days old on an email. I'm like, dang it, oh my gosh, so excited. I'm so sorry I didn't get back to you sooner. I delivered her product today. So check your email, because I am not a lover of email anymore. The other thing, half price deals. Thank you, Monica Gabo, right? I mean, I print these off every month. I have them in here. So when I go to my parties, I have it handy. But that's just another way to up your sales. Oh my gosh, Megan, you're at $44, just $6 more, and you're at the half price deal for the month. Let me send you the flyer. I always text them, hey, you're so close to getting a deal for the month. Look at the flyer and see if there's something you might like for yourself or to have as a gift for someone else. That's always my spiel. Is there something you might like to have for yourself or try, or as a gift for someone else? Because like one Christmas, she had the brush sets on there, and I had a customer who ordered 3 of them for her granddaughters. That was fantastic, right? Those were great gifts. So again, back in the day, we used to give away free product. They spend $50 and we'd give them like a free compact or something. But then we lost that money. We had to take money out of our pocket to buy that half price item. Now we don't. We lose no money in offering the half price deals, but it gets them using product that maybe they hadn't used before or stocking up on one of their faves. So another way to finish that. Including samples. Like I always have samples. I always have little cello bags. I always have, like right now I have leftover little Dove heart candies from Valentine's, whether it's lip glosses or whatever. I always put goodies in my reorder bags or anything I ship out. If you don't have a lot of samples, something I used to do way back in the day was just like a sample of the month club, just like 1 sample a month. And that way, if you're really managing your pennies and really minding your budget, then you could just order, maybe this month you do charcoal mask. Everybody gets a sample of charcoal mask. And then you can say, hey, I put in one of my favorite products. Give it a try. If you love it, you can give her a discount, 10% off, my sample of the month or whatever. I know some of us did like the Tandy Fisher, the 40 customers to get 40 customers on 24 products to get 40,000 retail. That's a great program. You know what I mean? So again, I will always look at my customers and see like, oh, what is she not on that I think she would like? And I will try to include a sample of that and just be like, oh, Elise, I threw in a sample of our microderm. It's, time to exfoliate, spring and summer, get rid of all that dead winter skin. And you know what I mean? So you can customize it if that's overwhelming to you, because I do have to like write that down and track it. So I remember to follow up with her on what I gave her. But if that's overwhelming to you, then just have like a sample of the month. Everybody gets the same month, every March, everybody got the same sample. So that way, when somebody's like, hey, what was that lipstick you gave me last time? You can be like, oh, yeah, back in February, you got a sample of the Pink Ballerina lip gloss, right? Write it down. Whatever helps to make it easy for you. I know I'm probably running out of time. I will have to say, Jennifer, I'm so proud of you when you're like, I do this on Mondays and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And I'm like, girl, she's already got systems in place. How many of us came into Mary Kay and they're always like, get your systems in place? I'm like, what's a system? Like, what are they talking about? What system? That's a system. She has her Mondays set. She has her Tuesdays set. She has systems. So what are systems you can create in your business to help increase your sales? Is that making sure you have samples, cello bags, little coupon cards or whatever. Like, what systems can you get in place? Can you get your things printed off, ready, laminated, or in sheet protectors? Can you get your bag packed and ready for success? Like, what can you do to elevate yourself? Maybe you need to, your inventory's gotten wonky. Maybe you need to beef up your inventory. Maybe you're low in boosters or whatever, right? What can you do to get yourself set up for success? Get those systems. Sometimes they just evolve over time. All right. I know I'm about done. I don't even know. Social selling. Okay. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the things. You know, our president, CEO, Ryan Rogers, he's all about social selling because Gen Z, who are the 13 to 28-year-olds, most of them are like, Mary Kay, what? Like, what? Mary Kay, huh? You know, Amber Town Gian on our director meeting recently was like, you know, she'll go to coffee shops and work and they'll be like, you have a pink car? Like, why? Like, what's Mary Kay? What's Mary Kay? It's not the same as when I grew up. I knew what Mary Kay was because my mama used it, right? And I had the old lady with the bouffant hairdo who looked like Mary Kay. Nancy was our first Mary Kay lady. But now that new generation doesn't know Mary Kay like we grew up knowing Mary Kay. So finding out, asking your customers, if they've got teens and young women in their 20s, connect with them, get them knowing our product. They don't know it. So social selling, be on social media, hop in your groups, go online, put out the post, share the videos, do all the things, stay relevant, right? That's our whole thing is we want to put our best face out there and be goofy, right? Goofier the better. Be you. Don't be some made up person. Also, preferred customer. Last plug, preferred customer, right? Your best customers have to be on the mailing. It's going up to 95 cents. It was 90. It's going up to 95. But by the time you buy that catalog, would buy samples to tape inside, tape it shut, put the address on, ship them out. I mean, I have hundreds of customers. I don't send to everybody anymore. I do probably 150 to 200. But yeah, that's a huge time saver for me. But they're so used to getting a catalog every season that half the time they're like, oh my gosh, I got the catalog today. I've already tried the sample. I want to see this. Like, they call me before I call them. So that's really huge. So again, your customers will get used to that system. Lastly, okay, girls, finish your star. Finish your star. There's so many ways to finish star this week. It's only Monday, right? Repeat after me. It's only Monday. I have till the 15th. You have till Saturday, right? Saturday's the 15th. Am I right? My day's all blurry together. Yes. You can do gift cards. You could do a double deal day, right? Offer 2 deals instead of 1 for every $50. You could lower it to 40. Do whatever it takes. Be a girl who does whatever it takes this week to finish your star because it's going to mean big business for you, the extra income is going to be huge for your unit and their growth. And everybody's got goals as we wrap up our final 4, right? That's why we're having March Madness, the final 4. This is it. Everybody's running towards their seminar goals and dreams. So you will have a huge impact in your unit when you go to stretch and push yourself to finish that star. So I'm done, girls. That's all I got for you. So there you go. Go sell, make some money, and then when you start making money, then we'll talk about how to manage that money and spend it well. So thank you. Hold on. I don't know who's coming back on to wrap up.
I think that's me. I don't know how to pin myself or whatever. So I don't know if I'm spotlighted or not, but it doesn't matter to me. But that was awesome, Nicole. So I love it. So I took some notes and I want to just kind of tell you some of the things that I like. That was so good. And just to remember. So it's something that I want to leave everybody with too, is like you sell what you love. Right. And so that's exactly what you said, Nicole. If you go back to, well, what are you wearing? What are you advertising? Because obviously, if you love it, you're going to wear it. So then other people are going to see that you are your advertisement. And so I love that. And it's not just trying to sell somebody $1 or something or a lipstick. It is about selling them like what you love and wanting them to love it too, right? So like if you're at Target, you're not going to be, call your friend and say, oh my God, there's a sale at Target. You got to go. It's the same thing with Mary Kay. We're selling the product to help people and help them in whatever issues they are having. So I just love that. I love the idea of the collection sheets, individual checkout. That was great. Blemishes and budgets. Yes. Yes. I like totally agree with that. You're going to get more sales with your individual close with people than you are with a group of people. Just because it's, people like, oh, you just don't have that connection, that closeness. So great job, Nicole. Thank you so much for all of your wisdom, all of your ideas for selling. You did a great job. So yes, I don't know if anybody has any questions. If you do, I don't know if are we unmuting or they can put them in the comments. But I do want to leave everybody with something.
Susan, real quick.
Yes.
If anybody does have any questions or comments, or if you want to affirm Nicole, go ahead and raise your hand real quick, and we can take a couple if you want to take a couple, Susan. We'll try to spotlight them as they raise their hand.
Okay.
I will say one thing real quick. Like in the private consultations, I mean, I've been in like dorm rooms and small apartments, and there was no other room to go to like get people away from the table. I would literally like just get on my knees and I would like kneel by each person and then have that conversation like, hey, did you have fun? Would you like, right? And then I'd get up, stand, and go to the next person. So however it can happen, every appointment's different. And then there's some people start leaving and every party's different. So it's just, it's best when, if you go in with the intention to have the consultation and can figure out how to make that work, it's always best. But again, virtually, you just have to do it different. You just have to take the time to do the follow-up to get that and make that connection with them since it's a different setting. So
I love that idea because I've been in that position before and it's like so awkward because you don't want to talk to them in front of other people. So yeah. Great. All right, Susan, I think we can go ahead and wrap up.
Okay. All right. Well, I am going to leave you guys with a quote that I have here. I don't know, but so write it down. Get your pen ready. I will give this to Donna to get in the app so everybody can have it on their phone, take a picture of it, but write it down. And I'm challenging everybody to write this down, put it on your mirror, and say it to yourself every day this week. So for 7 days, I'm going to challenge you to do that. Let your director know, like I said it every day, like give her a thumbs up or something, but it goes perfect with selling here. So here we go. I am an independent Mary Kay consultant. I am an independent Mary Kay consultant, but I don't just sell. Mary Kay skincare and cosmetics. I sell self-confidence. I sell seeing the beauty in yourself. I sell me time. I sell believing in yourself because, girl, you got this. Because we all need to be reminded that we are beautiful and strong.
Amazing. Woohoo! Awesome job, Susan. All right, ladies, okay. Go out there. Let's make it a fabulous week. Who's going to be our leaders this week? Who's going to be the champions? We can do it, you guys. So have a great week.
Thank you.
Bye, Judy. Whether you can hear me or not.
Bye.
Bye, Donna.
Bye-bye. Okay, I'm pushing the button.